I'm rolling. There's waveforms. Terrific. Welcome to Branching Out. This is one of our notebook summertime episodes where I went through all my notebooks because of stuff in life. As you grow up, you realize you have too much stuff. All of us do, some half-assed form of Buddhism. Going through all my notebooks, and I found a drink called 1 Hour Photo, and I couldn't remember exactly where it was from. So I have an old friend and former coworker Robin Goodfellow here. I'm going to read my notes about it, and then Robin and I are going to talk about how he remembers this drink going. 1 Hour Photo. This is an agave drink from August 2014, I think. Robin Goodfellow made this. 0.75 ounces mezcal. It was probably Siete Misterios Dobier. 0.75 ounces Amaro Averna, and 0.75 ounces Fino Sherry, probably Tio Pepe. 2 cucumber slices. You muddle those 2 cucumber coins in the bottom of a mixing glass, add all the other ingredients, fill with ice, and then stir about 25-30 seconds, and fine strain that into a rocks glass over a big cube. Squeeze a grapefruit zest over that, and then discard it. Robin came up with this drink, again, as I remember it, the day that Robin Williams dropped his body. Inspiration can truly come from anywhere, even an uncomfortable-to-watch movie made more uncomfortable by real-life events. In going through all my notes to put this collection together, when I found this recipe, I had to check with Robin to see whose drink it was. It turns out he had created it just before leaving Ursa to come work with us at Bar Isabel in the lead up to opening Bar Raval. At that point in Toronto's dorky bartender evolution, a recipe like this one could have come from any one of 10 to 12 people. Accurate. We were all very excited about the 3 principal ingredients in this drink and their relatively recent arrival legally to Ontario. The stirring cucumber came to Toronto via Manhattan and made a huge impact on the process of cocktail creation here. The quick infusion of freshness into the grassy, nutty, floral notes that this drink has, it cools the whole thing down. And the grapefruit oils draw you in on first approach. Robin, did I get that mostly right?
Mostly right.
Okay. What did I get wrong?
I got to be honest, I'm a little bit in shock as to how much I remember because this is so long ago. Like, there's been drinks that I've created that I've forgotten. Like, even Jess, Jess came up and she's like, "What's this Torontonian cocktail you made?" And I'm like, "I don't fucking know what you're talking." Oh yeah, so it's like this Toronto with an elderflower liqueur because I made elderflower liqueur for the first time from scratch at Ursa. Yeah. Again, like 2012. But the 1 Hour Photo was Fortuna Mezcal.
Okay.
Because they were the first around Toronto, like hawking mezcal. Mm-hmm. I don't even think Dobier was around yet. Maybe it was in Vancouver, but. No, we didn't really have much in Toronto. We had like Oracan and Fortuna.
Yeah.
And then the sherry in it was Alvear.
Oh, right.
At that time, until Mike and I opened Raval, at the time, the only sherries you can get in the LCBO were Alvear Fino and Alvear Medium. That's all it said, was medium with orange. Like the green was the dry and
Fino,
the orange,
and the orange meant medium.
And Alvear is, as we now know, not even really sherry. It's Montia Maria's, mixto or whatever, off cuff, whatever you want to call it, still decent. So it was, and I'm glad you pointed out that it could have come from like any of a dozen bartenders. We're all like kind of experimenting with equal part ratios, newly acquired ingredients, mixed with our homemade stuff. But I just was always intrigued by the Cobble Hill. It was like, this dark or like typically stirred cocktail, but with the freshness of the cucumber slices. So you don't even have to muddle it. I remember we just started stirring with the cucumber slices, and like 4 or 5 slices was enough to like make it fresh. And I always thought it was fun. I think I had grapefruit bitters in there as well, but like honestly, it didn't really matter. I just thought grapefruit and cucumber sort of made this watermelon rind flavor with the Averna, and that was that. It was like kind of weird at the time. I don't know if it's so weird right now. A stirred mezcal drink with sherry became pretty commonplace. Shaken as well. Like I just kept matching that together for the many, many years to come. But I think it's good to point that like any one of us could have made it. But at that time, we also didn't really, something else that you just sort of like sparked. It was like, we didn't rip each other off at the time.
Yeah.
We respected creativity back then, and we respected each other.
Mm-hmm. True.
As we smile and laugh.
Yeah.
It was a joy to credit someone else's drink and make it at your bar, and and then layer up on top of that and level up. So that was like, I think, I did it that day and we shared it, and I had the joy of making other people's drinks. Like, like fuck a bartender who's never made a lady sniper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
That's a Toronto classic. Yeah.
So, it was, I think, around the time when mezcal and sherry started to emerge in Toronto, and I just stirred cucumber like a Cobble Hill.
I was talking with Joao and Joel this week, who you've worked with off and on, both of those guys, for the last 10 years as well. And when I mentioned something about the 1 hour photo, both of them started laughing right away because they were like, oh, yeah, man, we know the 1 hour photo.
Yeah, they still make it.
Yeah, I think it's something really cool because is that one of the, back when you had opened Raval, part of it was that you're never 86ing any of your drinks, right?
Dude, we're never 86 at drinks. It was always in the POS. But the best was like, and some pretty hilarious moments was like Mike and I were workshop again. Like I came to Isabel like, so I don't know. Funny story about that actually is I was supposed to work at Music Nightclub that summer, 2014, before we opened Raval, and I was hired as the only male bartender in existence at Music Nightclub. And Grant and Mike were like, no, just come work with us. I was like, the money I missed out on working at Bar Isabel for 6 months instead. But we were working on drinks. And I remember we had a funny opening menu, and Mike, like 2 months after we opened, was like, yo, what's in that drink again? I'm like, that's your fucking drink, bro. Like, but this is like pretty common. It's like now, like we all forget each other's drink. Like we make them, we love them, we share them, and then we're like what's in that again? So I think we started making it Raval, and then people asked for it, and then like obviously that birthed into Pretty Ugly. So if Joel had a shift that Pretty, of course, eventually one guest is going to ask for a 1 hour photo, and then he had to learn how to make it, and that was already in our POS. And then Joao, so like it was funny. I saw a post a while ago of like Joao made one for someone at Civil Liberties. It's fucking awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Robin Williams for a bit?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to go the funny end of it first, because 1 hour photo is a pretty heavy movie anyway.
That was the point.
And it's a pretty heavy drink.
Yeah.
But can we talk about how Robin Williams, who played the grown-up version of Peter Pan, and relating that to all of us as bartenders, and guys like you and I, north of 40 now, having to grow up as opposed to bartendering, which a lot of times is like Peter Panning.
I had a feeling we weren't going to just talk about a 14-year-old or 12-year-old drink or whatever.
Yeah.
You had time. I think, growing up is not difficult. I'm a dad now.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I think younger parts of us never die. And sometimes you can get frustrated by that. Like you can get frustrated by mourning certain things and having to move forward, and you can like accept it. And maybe it's not a 1 or a 0 or black and white, but I think bartenders choose this profession because we want to have fun. And that's something I've been talking about with the staff at Dirty Laundry is like, if you wanted a really good money-making job and you're a night hawk, there's still other jobs that you could do. But we do this because we want to have fun. So, growing up, I think, like, I don't know, we give these terms meaning, like failure and mistakes and growing up, and we give connotation to that, like failure as if it's a bad thing, because we go, if you fail a test, you stay back. But like I can't name one lesson I've learned without failure. Mm-hmm. And because I'm so smart is because I failed more than most people, like proudly. Mm-hmm. I've made mistakes and then I figure it out and move forward and don't let it hurt my ego and grow. So growing up, like, you're supposed to grow up. Like, I don't know, like I think the connotation of that is like or the meaning behind it is like losing fun, losing whimsy, and like, holy fuck that. Sorry for swearing.
No, that's fine.
Like, fuck that entirely.
Yeah.
But my daughter will see a grown man, but if she doesn't see a whimsy grown man, then like, fuck me. Mm. Again, sorry for swearing. I think the bartender mentality, I think I've learned at a young age, there's something about being young, something about being fun and enjoying our job is a necessity. You've seen people try the real estate thing. Mm-hmm. You've seen people try admin work or
hey man, I tried to be a brand ambassador for a bit. Yeah.
And some people can stay. Mm-hmm. And I'd argue, great.
Yeah.
That's what they were meant for. But us bartenders, like, we're meant for this. Whimsy, fun, caring. And despite the ego of a bartender, like the massive ego, the good ones require, they need to get off more on the guest's joy than their own. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you can go do any other job.
Why 1 hour photo?
Well, because Peter Pan is a dumb name. No, our book. Because 1 Hour Photo was his weirdest movie. I thought it was a weird drink. But I don't know why. Honestly, like, I think I remember it was literally at Ursa that day. Found out Robin Williams died, so I didn't know what happened. But yeah, Robin Williams as a kid was a comedian. My dad loved his like golfing, monologue and all that stuff. But like, there was always something dark about him. And frankly, when I messaged you about this podcast, like, are you ready to cry? It's like, there's someone who can make other people laugh, as you know, and someone who can put on a face all the time, probably ain't all right behind the eyes, Yeah. And in fact, most of us who ain't right behind the eyes are better at it. And it's a tough lesson that, like, someone so fucking goddamn funny and brilliant and genius, but also like amazing actor, like the Fisher King. Like, you haven't seen the Fisher King, then like consider yourself having not lived or watched movies. Yeah. Like what the hell? Like Robin Williams was like one of the best people to see on screen, and he was gone. So it was super weird. And then you find out, oh, this guy was like because he was clinically depressed, super sad. Trust me, it didn't make me feel any better finding out that he's like an avid cyclist. Right. Yeah. So that was another punch in the gut for me. Like buddies with Lance Armstrong and shit too. Like, puts on a facade, cycles a lot, super depressed, makes other people happy, Yeah. Named Robin. What else do I got in common with this fucking guy? So yeah, it was a very interesting day, and I did what I could have just named the drink after that. And Robin Williams is like, I thought was too, I'm not going to name a drink while Robin Williams or Fisher King. Like 1 Hour Photo is a weird movie, and it like kind of suited the drink. And I think that's important when naming a cocktail, is like the name, if you're going to go sort of modern classic or local classic or whatever, like it's got to suit the drink. Lady Sniper works. Yeah. 1 Hour Photo works. The Unlovable, like all these other ones sort of like, they got to suit it, right? Yeah. The Woman Scorned. Yeah. Woman Scorned. Yeah. Yeah. Mike got in so much trouble for that. Well, even it sucked because like his version of the Bicycle Thief was the best one, and then you got all these people like, oh, I read the book, and then like Mike's Bicycle Thief was the Bicycle Thief. It was so good. Yeah, and then you garnish it with the lemon wheel, simple. Remember the bicycle? Like, yeah. Anyways, like there's certain drinks like that, like you just crave, and that's what makes a drink good. And the name, you got to be able to remember how to order it. Otherwise, it's like, oh, what was that drink that you made in the one time? Here's a photo. Like, no, it's got to have a good name. Yeah. Like, you know what a paper plane is. Yeah. Puts you in a time and a place, especially with this drink and when you came up with it. Yeah. Now you're at Dirty Laundry. This is where you get to plug the stuff you're into now. Yeah. Honestly, we haven't even had time to talk drinks. I don't even know if the menu's good, but people seem to love it. I was there last night. It was good. I had an old fashioned. Last night was pretty slow, but it's like we opened, end of April, and it was pretty slow, which is like fine. It's the industry right now. It was like trickles, like, oh, okay, cool, with this amount of volume, we can have like a bartender, a server, a support. Like, it's kind of chill, like pretty good. Okay, cool. And like Fridays we'll ramp up, and then and then all of a sudden, like the weather turned, and it was like gangbusters, and it's like madhouse. Like it was weird. Saturday night was so busy. We had like 600 people come through the door. I had a 200-person wait list, and I kept trying to fit people in. Like, it was weird. It was a weird epiphany because like we're Tex-Mex and we're this bar, and like again, I'm all about systems, and I want to be able to have like if there's 80 people, 120 or 12, like things got to be perfect, and that comes from systems and fills and protocols, and so like we don't even have a cocktail menu right now. It's just classics and stuff like that, and like we're okay. Increase the batches, do this, do fills. Like we're still trying to get our feet under us. And last Saturday was like, okay, it's pretty much war now. And it took me not until like 12:30 on Saturday I realized like, oh, let's get rid of the stools. Like me of all people, like had to be reminded like, oh, the stools are in the way. Like what the fuck? I clearly haven't been at Raval for a long time. But so we started and everything was really good. But the staff we have at Dirty Laundry right now is unbelievable. So I feel bad that we haven't really like had sessions like with me on like training. Like before we opened, we had like 1 or 2 things, but they're already like pretty decent bartenders and like pretty fast. But like, me, I've got this like crazy gutter system and like all the like, and they're not even really using it to the fullest extent. So like they're going to get so much faster. So then we can have a better menu. But no, I think it'd be fun to talk about the classics and like, hey, this is a drink I made in 2014 and 2012 and 2016 and put it on the menu and price it. Our prices are really low. So like, it's funny because I dusted off my Raval stuff like pre-opening and the prices are still like what they are now. Like, what we're doing at Dirty Laundry, everyone's like, oh my God, it's so cheap. It's literally the Raval prices from 2014.
$13 Negroni isn't crazy, but I don't know how we got to the $26 Negroni is the weird thing.
So, 2026 is the year of running it back. And because you and I are sitting here talking about this drink we made 13 years ago or whatever, and like, I keep changing that number every time I talk about it. 12, 13, 14. But that was like of the time, and we keep hearing these things the last 2 years, like, oh, people aren't drinking. And I like spoke to my friend about the space, brought her in. That she works for Live Nation, and I'm like, yeah, can we do an underplay here? Our capacity is 160 plus 60 outside. I actually have a secret license in the basement of 60 people, so like technically I could do 220 inside.
Actually, can I tell you something funny about last night? I was sitting at the bar, and everything is new. Dirty Laundry is still very new.
Yeah,
but I said something to one of the staff working. It was like, oh, are you guys open downstairs yet? And the look I got from the bartender was like, what do you mean downstairs?
Yeah.
Like the staff don't even know that you have this space.
The first thing I did was go down there and rip that fucking bar out. It was disgusting. Whole place is disgusting. But yeah, so Brooklyn had a licensed bar for 60 people downstairs. Yeah. Which blows my mind because when Civil Liberties opened, it was like 35.
Yeah.
And three times the size.
Half the size, yeah.
No, like crazy. I mean, we've got tons of egress and tons of washrooms, so I get why the liquor license is so high, but like downstairs, 60. So I'll use that for weddings or corporate events or whatever. Like AGCO rolls in, I'm not even close to capacity, even if we're sardine in there. So yeah, like I had 120 people there for Saturday night, and we were 40 shy of our upstairs capacity. So we're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, how do we get to the basement?
Just your new place and staff that you're training up, and you haven't, like, it's rolling now, but you haven't gone full speed yet.
So we've got lots of aspirations, and we know we want to get there. But I think they're gonna like Jess asking me about the Torontonian was like, oh shit, we've got a lot of work to do. But yeah, the fun thing about Dirty Laundry is it doesn't have to be we were talking about the $13 Negroni.
Yes.
I think when places chase their profits, and it's funny because the $13 Negroni is pretty symbolic to like my move back into owning bars. Is like people got greedy and people got lazy, and like I'm sorry if this hurts people, but I remember in 2019 like a lot of places were opening and like a lot of the economy was swollen, but also Toronto was one of the best places in the world to eat and drink at. The economy in 2019 was like really swollen, but Toronto was one of the best places in the city, in the world to eat and drink, like hands down. Like I would go all over the world and be super pumped to come home. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna go here, like so sick. And then the pandemic ruined us and it dipped down. And now we've got like a lot of amazing bars, but for some reason, it's just still not the city it was. And I think that's because, a lot of places opened in 2022, 2023, and then prices have increased like unfairly fast. Mm-hmm. Like we don't even need to debate that. It's true. It's like fucking greedy and terrible and all that. But when you and I was a huge case of, I had a long way to fall in 2019. I was at the peak. I was making shit tons of money. We can talk about that. I thought it was funny. Josh invited me for this podcast talking about a 12-year-old drink, talking about a 28-year-old drink. And like, I've got lots to talk about. Like I've had quite some experience in the last 6-7 years, but I fell the hell off, like, pretty ugly. Landlord ran to the bank with post-dated checks, first lawsuit, then, leaving Raval, and then Vela opening, which was designed and curated to a pre-pandemic life, opened patio only, social distancing, not for 5 minutes was what I ever wanted it to be. Then kaboom, fire, like just a wild amount of shit.
Yeah.
So I've had a long way to fall, but places that have opened post-pandemic have been chasing their profit margins, and like that's fair.
Instead
so
of
like you open
guests.
up with a $17 Negroni and then things increase, it makes sense. I get it. You increase your prices. Mm-hmm. well, Aldo and I are opening in 2026. I've already lost everything. I've got nothing to prove. I've got everything to gain. And I'm going for volume. And I miss what the city used to be like. And I honestly could still charge $17 for a Negroni and be just as busy. But that's not going to cure what the fuck has happened to the city. Back to my friend who was at Live Nation, she's like, Robin, I'd love to book here. That's how we got to the basement. Like, the capacity is so high that I can even like be an underplay. And she's like, yeah, I'd love to book here. This is great. We can do an underplay. But like, honestly, Robin, I'm really pumped you're opening this place because I don't go out and drink anymore. And I drink alcohol. I don't go because it's a gauntlet of like crappy drinks overpriced. And I remember like, Mike used to get so pissed behind the bar around people who, not too sweet. And he's like, do I look like a guy who makes sweet drinks? Like, I loved it. But also it's like, yo, like, it's not their fault. They have a city of sweet ass crappy drinks to get through. So I made a joke recently. It was like, back in the day, if you drank a shitty cocktail, it was just like too sweet or too sour or whatever, and you just choked it down and fucking moved on. Mm-hmm. Now it's like money in the bank. Like, to get a bad cocktail is like money in the bank. You know what I mean? Like, this is like the price of a steak back in the day. So like, it's not okay. It's not okay to be charging willy-nilly $20 cocktails and up. So we're fighting that. Mm-hmm. And if people feel like, oh, it's not fair, his price is so low, fuck you, then fucking match me then. Yeah. Like, bring this shit down. I found a location. I got a good deal on the lease. I'm training my staff to be fast as all hell. They've bought into the fact that we need to curate because they know that they could also make a lot more money if I raise the prices. We're going to do our cocktail menu and fun stuff that'll like increase the prices, but I'm always going to have a $13 fashion, $13 Negroni, $15 fucking espresso martini. Like, that's the spine of the business, but you can't just wing that. My lease is tight. The capacity, as I just said, is huge. Mm-hmm. My bartenders are fast and they're making money and they're buying into the fact that the city needs to be fixed. Otherwise, I can't hire. You can't work at Dirty Laundry right now if you're not bought into this thing. So the cheap drinks is a move, and it would make, like, if we don't stay busy, I can easily just make up for it by raising the prices to a $17, which is still decent. Mm-hmm. I'll still be busy, it'll still be fine. Life will be easy, but I'll just be another restaurant. Mm-hmm. I'm not interested in that. I think this city needs a bit of healing, and I want my friend at Live Nation to come out to be able to afford to drink more. But most importantly, everyone from like the 23 to 25-year-old range, which is like an awesome age to be.
Hell yeah.
At Ursa, the age I was when we were talking about this drink was, what was it,
2014.
Yeah, it was 29, 28. Yeah. So like 27 was a great time. We had a lovely time running the city, back then. They don't know shit about bars because the only bars that they've been to were patio only, social distancing, $25 bullshit.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, yeah. Would you even like music as much?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if you couldn't afford it, like, if you
pay $4 to go to the Bovine and see whoever. Like,
how many bars on a Monday night were $3.50 drinks?
Yeah.
And Thursdays and shit, right?
Yeah.
We were spoiled.
The $5 beer shot combo.
So I'm cool, as long as there's upward, like, I'm not a fucking moron. Like, I know how to run a business. All my businesses made money when I was running them. So P&L is important. Yeah. And we can talk about that also. But like, if I'm willing to sacrifice a bit of profit so that this bar can help show a demographic that, like, bars are fun, bars are cool, bars can be an escape from reality, and you deserve better in this life and in this city than what you got currently.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Especially, Jess, who you're working with, that I met working with her at LIndley, she's 25. Mm-hmm. And, like, even the first day her and I worked together, and she saw me making a drink and sort of looking at the menu and being like, guys, you're charging $18 for this Negroni. Like, you can't just dump it in a glass and throw a scoop of ice at it. Like, you can't, there's care that should be put into it. And I hope that the reason her and I got along and her and I ended up working together is that she saw that it can be better than just this. Yeah. It's not just throwing stuff in
and
a
that
glass.
Makes no sense, like how she's her age and...
I thought she's like a reincarnation when I met her, and she was 20. Yeah,
she's reincarnation of something, because, like, it doesn't make sense for someone that age to understand bars so well.
Yeah, she's good. Yeah. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Thank you for talking about a 12 or 15 or 28-year-old drink. Yeah. If anyone's trying to find you, should they just stop by Dirty Laundry? Are you there all the time, or are you trying not to be there all the time?
Oh, I'm there all the time. When I'm not, if I'm not there, I'm with the GG. But I'm there quite often, and it's nice. It's really good to be back in a fun bar, busy bar, and I've got lots of tricks up my sleeve, so stay tuned.
Aces. Thanks, man. Thanks so much to Robin for coming by live at the Action Pact studio to come and have that talk. As you can tell, Robin and I have known each other a long time and have no problem going deep real fast. Sorry if that was a lot for you. But also, what? Why are we fucking around? Toronto Cocktail Conference is coming up. It's on August 10th and 11th. Tickets are on sale now. That's at the Drake Hotel here in Toronto. 2 straight days. And there's a bunch of stuff on the website to tell you all about all the details, all the parties that are coming along with it, not to mention, obviously, the seminars. That's the focus of the whole thing. So yeah, I'll see you at Toronto Cocktail Conference. Branching Out is produced at Action Pact Studios in Toronto. It was recorded live. Jesse Colburn and Aaron Verdonk work very hard on this stuff. I like to pretend I'm working hard on it. Talk soon. I gotta sneeze. It's stuck in my nose right now.
Look up.